colors for the lemons. I went and I actually looked at a picture of a lemon. I found a picture of a real lemon with it cut open, and this area around here on the inside is kind of more white. So of course I started with a white for in there, but it's not white, so then I'm going to go back over it with a little bit of flesh tone. I think that's flesh tone. I think it says sand. A sand tone. So those are the colors that I picked for the flesh. Do a little color of white there. Again, even though you're coloring onto white paper, you always want to color the white area, because you'll notice a texture difference between the spaces. Plus, if you go ahead and color white, then when you're coloring the other colors, it's a little harder to color something that was supposed to be white. Then I picked some colors here. I've got Harvest Gold, Golden Yellow, Yellow, and Lemon Yellow. I went with 4 colors just because I felt like I needed just a little bit of a different look to the lemon. I wanted more depth, so I picked more colors. Also, when you're talking about shading, you can kind of use everything that I've talked about on painting your ceramic pieces too. And kind of keep those same principles. Something that's more in the background is going to be darker. The darker it is, the further in the background that it goes. And then of course the closer to you, the lighter it is. So the lighter of the colors will be more towards you. So that's something that you can do to keep in mind. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color all the white. And don't forget to go down in between each one of these little triangle pieces. And in there in the center. Okay? And then you're going to take the Harvest Gold. Why is it saying my battery is running low? There we go. Got a problem. There we go. All right. I had well, I got a couple people watching me. Had technical difficulties there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Harvest Gold. And I'm going to use the Harvest Gold back here on the larger lemon, because it's going to be behind the front lemon, the half lemon, so it needs to look like it's a little further back. Now something I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little creative here, and instead of just following the line, I'm going to kind of follow the curve and go up like this, because that will give some more depth to this area. make the item look a little bit more rounded. Then I'm going to go back through and finish outlining this back lemon with the Harvest Gold. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the color out just a little bit more. We are having some rip-roaring storms in this area. I don't really think it's going to affect anything today. But if I disappear, that will be why, and I will be back as soon as I can. So I'm going to do that with the back one. Then my next color down, the golden yellow, is the next darker one. And I'm going to outline the front lemon with the golden yellow. Okay. So just to kind of give you all an idea of how that's looking right now. And then of course I did my little color swatch just to make sure I had my colors going in the direction that I needed them to. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go to my next section here where I've already done my white, I've done my highlighting. You can, the leaf, you're going to use the same greens that you used on the leaves and the strawberries. That'll help tie in everything. So for the coloration of the white-ish area, I'm going to take some sand and I'm going to just kind of go over it. Just to kind of give it that more lemon inside flesh look. Then for the inside peel and the highlighting out here, do like you did on the strawberries. You can color the whole thing just like you did on the strawberries to make it a little easier for you. I know you can probably see my working ahead where I only did like in certain areas. The reason why is because I know this area is going to be the area that I want to look the absolute brightest because it's the area that's closest to me. So that's why I did that. But you can still do it the same way I showed you on the strawberries, because if you're not used to shading, it makes it just a little easier to have the whole thing done in the lightest color and then build the colors on top, at least in coloring. That is also kind of how you do it in some of the painting, except you start with your darkest color and you do it all in your dark color and then you build up to your lighter color. So sometimes coloring is a little bit backwards from painting, but it's still pretty close to the same aspects. So I'm going to move over here to this one. I'm going to fix my little fleshy tone over here because I didn't do that here. And then I'm going to color in with the lemon yellow on the inside. tell you, if you're not used to coloring with colored pencils and getting that nice crisp color down on paper, your muscles right in through here start to ache. I haven't colored with colored pencils in a little while, so I'm feeling the burn, so to speak. Got 3 people. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Judy. Thanks for popping in. It always makes me feel so good when I see people are here. But I also try not to take it personal if you can't come and watch. I know that you'll probably watch it on the reruns whenever you can. I know there's lots of people that are doing lives on Wednesday, so I wasn't sure if I'd really have too many people watching me during the actual live. But I am curious. So while you're here, please answer. Feel free to answer. Or when you are watching in the rerun, let me know. I'm curious to know if you've actually printed these out and tried the technique. And if you did try it, how did you like it? So now what I'm doing, now that I've colored all this in the lemon yellow, I've got my Harvest Gold again, and I'm just kind of going over these little black lines. Just to give them a little bit more depth, a little bit more realistic look, because nothing in nature is just one flat color. See how that just kind of like livens it up compared from here to there? Okay. So now I've got the golden yellow, and I'm going to do some golden yellow on the front lemon, and of course on the back lemon. And another little secret when you are coloring, if you color with the shape, like how this is a rounded, I've kind of colored along with that rounding, even out away from the lines. It helps keep a shape. Now I'm going to go with just my standard yellow, and I'm going to fill that in a bit more. So that we step down the darkness to the brightness. And then I'm going to get the lemon yellow out one more time. Just kind of smooth it all. Into one color. Now I'm not too happy with this line here and this line here. So I'm going to go back, because that's all it is. It's a line. I didn't really do much. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to bring out the color just a little bit more from that line. And I just changed to my golden yellow because I want to soften that shading up right there along this back part. See how that just softened everything up? Made it less of a line, more of a shape. And then I'm going to work a little bit of the brown, or the harvest gold, into the bottom of the front lemon. And a little bit here on the back top. I'm going to work my colors a little bit more on this front lemon. And there. Very nice. Thank you, Judy. That's a very nice comment. So here is basically the finished lemon. And then I'm going to do the leaf the same way as I did on the strawberries. And of course my greens got out of wax, so now I have to color my swatches to make sure which one was which. You would think I'd remember, but no, I don't. So again, with your darkest green, and it does kind of help to have a sharp tip. You don't want it too sharp, because if you get it too sharp, it will probably, let me try turning this light off. There we go. You guys can, should have said something. You couldn't see well. If you get it too sharp like I just did, it'll probably break when I go to start. Yeah. Problem is I have to have this light on to color so I can see what I'm doing, because my body puts a shadow over it, but then that makes it harder for you guys to see. There we go. I think that's good for you. And with this being a smaller leaf, you're going to want to be very careful with how much you line. You don't want to get too thick and muddy up the leaf with how small it is. Okay. Now I switched to my other green. The first green, just to kind of remind you guys, was pine green. This is green, and then I'll be using, I think that says tree green or true green. Probably true green. But now I'm just using my regular green to kind of come along this line right along the lemon. And then I'm going to color in with the true green. Whew. And then I'm back to my green, just to kind of soften up the lines. From the outlining. There we go. And there's a finished lemon. Now I will probably go ahead and finish off the other lemons because we're going to need at least 2 of these pitchers to be able to recreate. Turn that off so you guys can see this now. To be able to recreate this look, we need at least 2 of the lemons. We're not going to be able to recreate it exactly because remember I lost this where I got this picture from. But this picture was even 2 of the lemon pitchers. So this way we'll have 2 lemon pitchers. I will need to redo where are they? Where are they? They're hiding on me. I thought I had them. Oh, I did have them. They were hiding. I'll have to I'll have to color these strawberries as well. So if you're doing it along with me, you need at least 1 of these done. You need at least 2 of the lemon pitchers done. And at least 1 of these done. If you haven't already gotten the Mod Podge that is dishwasher safe, if you want to make sure that this can be used in the dishwasher, you're going to want to find this and use this as your Mod Podge. You can use other Mod Podge, but it won't hold up in a dishwasher like this one is supposed to. So, it's your choice. If you want it to be durable and last, then I would say make sure you find this. I got this at Joann Fabrics. I believe Michaels carries it. I was in Hobby Lobby the other day. I did not see a spot for it in Hobby Lobby. And Walmart does not carry this particular one either. So I believe Joann Fabrics and Michaels are your best bet to find this. You could possibly get it on Amazon and maybe eBay. Those would be harder pressed to have in time for Friday. But again, with these being recorded, you can always go back and watch it whenever you like. So on Friday, I will be cutting out Actually, I think I'll have everything cut out beforehand and just kind of show you putting it together and putting it in place onto the board and getting it Mod Podged. So that will be all for tonight. Thank you for coming in. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a holler. And I will see you guys on Friday for the putting it together. Everything is going to be cut out. You need 1 of the strawberry, 2 of the lemons, and then at least 1 of the secondary strawberry pitcher. Alright guys, with that, I will see you Friday night at 8 o'clock. We'll see you then.